Hello everybody. I'm going to try and balance this. I hope it doesn't fall. Sorry if it falls. How's everybody doing? I am sorry I look kind of like a hot mess and I'm really tired today because something really exciting happened. My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law had their baby boy last night, which I'm so excited about, and it really just inspired me, to get on and talk to you all about something that I think, people are curious about. And so I thought I would talk about it today. But to go back to that, this little baby is the first baby on both sides of my family. So my brother, if you guys have kind of read my story, I have a twin brother, and it's just the two of us on my side of the family, and he is such a blessing. He actually has autism, so he, and it's, a pretty severe form. He has pervasive developmental disorder, and we know that Ian will never have children, so it's just me. And so before I got married, I always kind of was wondering, will I ever have nieces and nephews? Will I ever get that experience? Because I'm not going to be able to offer that on my side of the family. So when I married my wonderful husband, he has two brothers, and one of his brothers is married, and they just had a baby boy. So I am now an aunt for the first time, and it's really exciting. And so last night we were texting them and super excited as they were going through their birth experience, and she had a C-section with her son since he was having major heart rate. His heart rate was falling during their labor. So everything is good now that they're done and he's out, and both mom and baby are healthy. So I'm really excited for them, and I got to see them today, which was really exciting and so fun to meet this little boy that we have been anticipating to meet for so many months. And since she just had her son, I thought, I went over and I, saw her parents and my mother-in-law and obviously my brother-in-law. And I was just doing everything that I normally do as a birth doula and a postpartum doula, just going in and helping. And I thought, there's probably a lot of people out there that really don't know what they can probably do for a mom who has just had a baby, especially if that mom has just had a C-section. So I thought I would share some of the things that I did and do for all of my clients after they have a C-section, and thought that it might be something that you guys enjoy. So, and if any of you have had C-sections and had like a friend or a family member talk about or do something that was really, really helpful to you, I would love to hear your story. Please comment below. And if you're here and joining, please say hi. I love being able to read the comments and answering questions. So let's make this a conversation. And I always like to provide good information for families out there. So if there's anything that you like to add, I'd love for you to join in. So make a comment below. I'd appreciate it. So when I went and saw my sister-in-law, the very first things that I do is like to check in on her, and first things, wash your hands. A lot of people don't recognize that the mom may not immediately tell you, or if there's not a nurse in the room, but immediately wash your hands. If there's hand sanitizer close by or a sink and some soap, wash your hands before you get your hands on that sweet little baby. I know that the new mom will really appreciate it before you start holding their little one. Something that I always like to do also is don't come empty-handed. If you can, bring a card saying something like congratulations and we're so happy for you. I actually stopped and got something for my brother and sister-in-law, and all I got was some hand sanitizer, just a little, something that they can put in their purse. for hand sanitizer, I got them a burpee bib from Aiden and Anae, and I also got them some mother's milk tea from Earth Mama Angel Babies. So I thought, it's just a little something for mom and baby to celebrate. Flowers are always nice, but sometimes I think, flowers are going to die. She'll appreciate it right there, but why not give her something that she can use? So if you can, bring something that, celebrates that she just had a baby. Maybe the C-section was planned and that's exactly what she wanted, or maybe it was unplanned, but still it is birth and it needs to be celebrated. So to get her something and take the time to say, congratulations, I'm so happy for you, welcome your new bundle of joy. Bringing something is always really sweet and appreciated. So I like to come with my hands never empty. So love your ideas, Caitlin. Oh, thank you so much, Caitlin. I appreciate it. So and I wrote some lists, so if I look down, that's what I'm looking for. Also, the next thing, I like to ask the mom how she's doing. Listen to her. She might be going through a lot emotionally, whether, like I said, whether the C-section was planned or not, she probably wants to tell you what happened, her story. So listen and support her. She will greatly appreciate that. So I always like to listen to their story and let them know that I'm there to support them and that they did a great job and they're doing a great job, and just supporting them through this time, because they just had major abdominal surgery, so it's quite a lot. So to listen to them. Hi Nina, looking fab. Oh my gosh, Susan, you were too sweet. I literally didn't get very much sleep, so because I was so excited for this little baby to be born, so I didn't get much time to freshen up, but that's okay. So anyway, so another thing that I like to do whenever I'm with a family is, if you know how to do these things, show her how to swaddle that little baby. I noticed that when my sister-in-law was holding our new little family member, that, his blanket was all over the place, and I said, do you want me to help swaddle? And she was like, yes, I'd love for you to do that. The nurse did it, but he got out of it, if you can help with that. So showing them to swaddle, those great blankets that they have at the hospital, those flannel blankets are awesome. I recommend taking a bunch of those before you leave the hospital as well, because they are fantastic to have. So showing them how to swaddle, and if you do have breastfeeding experience and she's wanting to breastfeed, giving her tips and helping her with that. With my sister-in-law, I was helping, so since she had a C-section, I was showing her how to do the football hold. She immediately was doing the cross cradle hold, and I thought, you don't want to put so much pressure on the area where you have your incision. That's some weight on there. We want to relieve that, so showing her how to do the football hold and helping her with that, and getting the baby to get a really good deep latch. So I was helping with that, and then when it looked like he was done, I said, well, let me burp him, and showing her how I burped him. So it just made them feel like, okay, yeah, I can do this. This is easy. And also, again, she's in bed. She's probably heavily medicated because again, she just went through major surgery. So yeah, to be able to help with those little things, because she can't really move very much. If you can help as much as you can with that, I'm sure mom and dad will be very, very appreciative. So yeah, I definitely help with breastfeeding and burping, all that stuff. I also was making sure that she was hydrated. So at our hospitals here, they give these really big, great water bottles. If you don't have or get one of those, I recommend bringing a good water bottle to have, because staying hydrated is so important. So reminding her like, hey, take an extra sip of water. Can I refill that for you? Do you want me to get some ice and some more water with it? So I made sure to refill her big jug of water so that way she could stay hydrated, because that also helps with your milk supply. So staying hydrated is super important. And sometimes people are like, oh, well, let me bring food. Well, I don't normally recommend bringing food because she might be on a certain diet. Maybe she can't have dairy. Maybe she is gluten-free. And also after a C-section, you know, their diet has to kind of go back up to eating solid food. So they start with just ice or water, ice, then soup, and then slowly move to the solids. So I don't normally recommend bringing food. But if it has been a couple of days, offer like, hey, I'm on my way over. Can I bring you guys some food to eat? That's always something nice that they would really appreciate. So that's something that I definitely recommend as well. So a big thing is just confirming with her that she's doing such a great job and you're so proud of her, and look at this perfect little human that she has made. That's how I felt. I've seen hundreds of newborn babies, hundreds, like 500 probably, if not more. And seeing my nephew, my very first nephew, it was emotional, and I started tearing up, and I get tearing up right now just thinking about it. But just telling her how perfect that little baby is and how proud you are of her and loving on her, and dad as well, that their lives are gonna change. It's never gonna be the same, and offer to take pictures, because those babies change, I swear, like every minute, every day. They're growing and changing and evolving, and I think you have to capture it all, every step of the way. So offer to take pictures, do videos, document as much as you can, because she will so appreciate it later when you say, look at these wonderful pictures that I took, and look at this fun video that, something that he did. So those are just memories that you will treasure forever, and she will treasure forever as well, and will be so grateful for. So those are the big things that I do whenever I'm visiting someone in the hospital who has had a C-section. And girl, I'm gonna cry. It's the truth. I'm crying. It's pathetic. I don't know why I'm so emotional, but it's just so special. Again, I didn't know if I was ever going to be an aunt. So it's really awesome. Anyway, now you're making me cry, Elizabeth. So at home, so whenever they're about to get home, so you can always, even when I was leaving my sister-in-law's room, I was telling her like, hey, you can text me or call me if you have questions. I'm totally here for you. Because when they get home, gosh, they don't have the nursing staff there. They don't have the help 24/7 like they do at the hospital. So really let them know if you are available. Obviously, if you're not, don't say you're going to help and you're not available. But if you are available and really do want to help, let them know, because I think a big thing that moms have a hard time with is recognizing that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, I need help, and you're not a bad mom for asking for that extra helping hand. So ask for help, and offer that help if you're able to help. So, because that's what I did. I was like, hey girl, if you need help, text me, call me, I'm here. Because you have to remember, after a C-section, they're not able to drive for several weeks. They're having to recover. Again, this is major abdominal surgery, so they're not able to go upstairs. They're not able to lift anything heavier than their newborn, and no driving. So when they're at home, say, hey, can I pick up your dry cleaning? Can I pick up some groceries for you? I'm sure you want to just get out of the house, and I know walking around, and getting some fresh air is great, but do you want me to drive you somewhere? They obviously can't get around without some help. So, and dads or their partner is only available probably for so long. Some of my clients have been saying, my husband gets 4 weeks off of work. And I'm like, I think every husband needs that job, because most of my clients, they only get, probably a couple days, maybe a week. 2 weeks is like winning. So offer that help to, hey, can I, pick up something for you? Can I take you anywhere? Do you have any appointments? Especially if, their partner is just unable to be there because maybe they have to go back to work, or they're traveling, or maybe, they're in the military and they're not there. So being able to offer that helping hand is so wonderful. So, and when they're at home, they can eat solid foods. So bring food if you can. Ask them if they have any diet restrictions or any favorites, or even a restaurant that they really like. Ask what their favorite meal is. I always like to say, hey, set up, it's called Mealtrain, mealtrain.com, and on Meal Train, they can set up different days of people bringing them food. It can be homemade food or food that you pick up at a restaurant, and they can pick their favorite restaurants and favorite meals, and it makes it really easy for their friends and family. So setting up a meal train for them is super helpful as well if you're able to do that. But if not, just bringing them some food, they would really appreciate it, because again, she's probably she's going to be tired. She's taking care of a newborn, breastfeeding or pumping or bottle feeding, any of it, it's a lot of work. So having to take off that plate of having to cook dinner, she will be so grateful. So bring food, and offer to, this you will all love, offer to hold the baby. Again, wash your hands. Once you go in, wash your hands, make sure that, you're all good. I'm sure she may even ask, some people are like, have you had your shots? Have you gotten like whooping cough and Tdap and all of those shots? They want to make sure that their baby's not going to get sick. So wash your hands and offer to hold your baby, because I'm sure she would love to take a shower or a bath, because it can be hard to kind of fit those in when your baby's eating every 2 hours, and you have other things to do, like dishes and laundry, and maybe just getting out of bed. It's a lot of work. So offering to hold the baby while she maybe takes a nap or takes a shower, offer to make her a sandwich or some food, because that's another thing moms have a hard time with, is remembering to feed themselves. And especially if they're wanting to breastfeed, I mean, you have to have an extra 500 calories a day to make sure that you're keeping up, enough caloric energy and to be able to produce enough. So make sure that she's eating and snacks throughout the day. So I always try to make sure that, have you eaten? What have you eaten? Let me look in your fridge. Oh, you don't have something? Let me go get it. Can I bring you water? You need to be staying hydrated at home all the time. So those are just super important. Again, make sure that she is not going upstairs for a while. She does not need to be doing the stairs. That's not good for her incision area. She needs to be taking it easy, and she shouldn't be lifting anything heavy. So if there's anything that needs to be moved around, do not have her do that. Help her out. So ask those things, because again, it's really hard for moms to ask for help sometimes. They don't want to feel like they can't do it, because of course they can. They can do it, but guess what? They shouldn't have to do it. They shouldn't have to do it all. So if you can help, help them out. So say, hey, can I, and sometimes just offering, rather than saying, I'm here to help in any way, saying, hey, can I do this? Or can I do that? Being very specific with the things that you can help with, that it makes it easier for them to say yes, rather than say, hey, contact me whenever you need help, because more than likely they're not going to contact you. So really be that helping hand and say that. So also offer to change a diaper or two. She's going to be changing a lot in the future. So if you can change a diaper or two, that would be really helpful. So she will love you for that. So definitely do that. And if you see anything like just tidying up, like, hey, maybe the dishes are piled up in her sink, and maybe the dishwasher is completely full, take out the dishes if they've been washed, obviously, and put them away and wash her dishes and replace them in her dishwasher. Just tidy things up and take care of things for her, so she doesn't have to feel like she's keeping up with all of that all of the time. So yeah, those are some things that I definitely try to do, and definitely support her with her feeding choices. Some moms choose to breastfeed and some moms choose to bottle feed, and both are good choices. So it's, you can't judge someone on the choices that they make, because you really don't understand their circumstances and the things that have happened to them. I've helped women who have had breast cancer and cannot breastfeed their babies. I've had women who have tried everything in their power to increase their milk supply, but they just can't. And they've tried everything, removing this out of their diet and that out of their diet, and trying this and taking fenugreek, and they've done it all. And so just support them and understand that they've probably tried everything, and be there to just be positive and not negative, because they're already tired, and postpartum blues happen and the weepiness happens. So if you can be there to offer that smile and telling her jokes and letting her rest and feeding her and just listening to her, that will mean more to her than anything. So, and if you don't have the time, the very last thing, I would get her a postpartum doula. If you have the means to be able to do that and you just don't have the time, being able to get a postpartum doula for her will be a godsend, because a postpartum doula will be able to do all of those things, and she'll be able to help her with breastfeeding or pumping or bottle feeding, and showing her how to bathe her baby and swaddle her baby and trim the nails and how to baby wear, and is this normal, and is that okay? Answer all of those questions. And postpartum doulas, they help during the daytime and overnight. So if she really just needs some extra sleep and wants someone to have that eye on her newborn baby, having a postpartum doula, which is someone who is trained to provide that informational, physical and emotional support after a family has a baby, that is, probably the best gift that you can give, especially if you aren't able to give your time. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed my Cry Fest one, and that some of my tips have been helpful. I know that on Facebook Live, people come in and off. So again, I'll read off of my things real quick on things in the hospital that you can do, helping her with swaddling and breastfeeding, showing her the football hold, bringing her a gift, washing your hands, listening to her story, telling her that she's doing a good job, offering to take pictures, and letting her know that you are available to help when she gets home, if you really are available. And then when she gets home, you can help run errands with her. Remember, she cannot drive, so helping her with moving things around the house. She shouldn't be lifting anything heavier than her baby. Getting things for her upstairs, because she should not be going upstairs. So also offering her a massage. Gosh, with those compression socks and everything, just to heal everything. Getting her a postpartum massage is super helpful, so that's another thing. Changing a diaper, tidying things up, setting up a meal train, bringing her food, supporting her feeding choices, so breastfeeding or bottle feeding, and getting her a postpartum doula. So those are all things that I highly recommend when supporting a new mom who has just had a C-section. So anyway, guys, if you have any, I know this video just stays on our feed, so if you have any comments or recommendations or thoughts or feedback, please share with us below. I sincerely appreciate it. But anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon.